Hello and welcome to the Gonna Vibe Arsenal 2, Man United nil. Great victory. Actually, I have to be honest, I was a little, I won't say surprised, but it was a little bit of a interesting feeling to see Man United actually be gritty and showing the performance that they could have with the previous manager. What are your first reactions?
I think you absolutely picked the vocabulary right. I actually felt it was a very gritty win, and we dug in and we got the win. I think I have a feeling at the halftime, I think the team had a talk with the Liverpool result happening at the same time, and at that time, I think Newcastle were leading 2-1. So I feel like there was a spark in the second half, but United do look much stronger than before, and this was definitely one of the tougher wins that we have had against them in the recent run against them, and I feel as you said, 3 points, 2-0, doesn't matter how the goals come. I think the win was needed today with the Liverpool team dropping 2 points. So, absolutely massive in terms of turnout.
Yeah, Liverpool drawing, Chelsea a huge win, Man City winning. So he had to win. There is no other option, and that needs to happen from now on. We have to go on the
Yes.
run, keep winning. Surprising starting lineup. What did you feel about the lineups that you were selecting?
I was surprised by the exclusion of Calafiori. I mean, I just did read before the game that Gabriel was slightly he had picked up a knock. That was the only surprise, like meaning Calafiori not being there instead of Zinchenko. But I feel everybody else looked to be in their slot. Martinelli, I was happy he got the start after a couple of games out, and he's usually even better than what he was today. But against United, he's been a troublemaker for them. But today again wasn't in form. Trossard again came on, but none of them did great. As in, they could have converted a couple of chances. They had a couple of half chances, but I feel the lineup was the strongest we could put out with people available. I mean, maybe minus Merino, you could have, but I think Partey has been our dark, horse within the squad. Nobody talks about him, but that the reason being he's been so good that he's making like Odegaard or Asaka, or like the front guys make all the moves and get the goals. Whereas he's been actually really a very strong performer this season, who's been under the radar.
Yeah,
So I'm happy that Partey is back to his best and he's unlocking all these guys in front.
yeah. I won't say Arsenal was really fluid in their first half. There was a lot of passing in the back line. Partey, Rice, Zinchenko, Kivior, everyone was involved. Not a lot of passes to the dangerous guys, Saka or Rudiger. And they were really well marked, I think.
Yeah.
Mazraoui was really good. Malacia was keeping Saka quiet. But we did have a huge chance, I think the first 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Corner and Partey, I don't know how he managed to
Hit the shoulder.
hit his shoulder and get through this. It was like literally 2 yards out. It was difficult to miss than to score.
Yeah.
But how do you felt about the first half overall?
So, like for me, at least, I mean, for us being as Arsenal fans, Man United games, regardless of their form, home or away, it's always nervous, right? Because the history that will remind us that we've always been on the edge, and until recently, we've always either maybe drawn or maybe always lost, right, to United. And even though the last 9 or 10 games we have been great against them, it's always PTSD and United games are always nervous. So I was nervous, even though United don't look that great. But again, under the new manager, they do look much better. Like it's, the new manager effect. And as you said, first half, it was very tight. And I was actually getting the glimpse of the Aston Villa game where we ended up losing 2-0, which we surrendered the title last season at home. It kind of gave me a glimpse of that game because in the first half we, apart from the Partey and then that shot from Martinelli that we missed, we didn't have clear cut chances either. As you said, they had easily like blocked off. They put two guys on Saka. They were man marking Odegaard and are effectively not letting us do anything. We were kind of like, as you said, passing back. We were kind of like passing through the lines, but we weren't getting that front like three, running behind the defense. So credit to United. I mean, them being not in great form, They still came to the Emirates with a lot of suspensions and last minute injuries themselves. So I guess we dipped a little bit and they were a little bit ahead of what they were doing. And I think the first half was just, a deadlock, as you said. But whatever Arteta said at halftime, I think has given the team. I think probably he told them, just get the goals. However, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be beautiful. And I think the team did that. So super happy.
Yeah, and we saw that in the first half. There was a lot of options that Arsenal created, especially with regards to set pieces. United looked susceptible, and that's what Arsenal seemed to cry on. We got early corner, few corners actually, and the one of the corners that did matter. Felt the corners, especially from the right hand side from Rice, was really good. And he got that corner to Timber to head it over. It was again an impressive way of our set piece coach getting our players ready, regardless of who is available. Gabriel was not. This time it was Timber.
Yeah.
But after that goal went, United came back, and there was one yellow card that Zinchenko got, and there was a
Hmm.
header from Delict, which Raya had to save. Again, there was not a lot of clear-cut opportunities. In fact, I was looking that Arsenal had a better XG, 2.3 against United's 0.31.
Correct.
Did you feel any anxiety at that point when Arsenal were 1-0?
1-0 a little bit because again, United being United could have spoiled the party. I mean, to be honest, regardless of Liverpool's result, we had to win today, no matter what. So as you said, like until the end of December, we need to win every game to put pressure on Liverpool because actually it's a battle against ourselves. If we screw up anywhere, basically we are just surrendering the title. Liverpool not even having to defend it. So I think the win was critical. And at 1-0, I was a little nervous, right? Because people like Rashford and Fernandes, I mean, they just need one chance, right? Whether it's a free kick or like, a miss pass, they can always get 1-1. And it's less lost for United to get a draw, whereas it's a denting, our title chances. So at 1-0, I was nervous, but I think when it went 2-0, I think that calmed everyone. And I think we even played like, with more confidence and the game was kind of opening up. But United, as you said, XG was 0.3. Except for that one chance that Raya saved, they had no clear cut chances. I mean, they had zero corners, we had 15 corners. We were kind of dominating them on set pieces. And as you said, within 10 minutes, we could have scored a corner through Partey. So it could have been actually a very good scoreline if we could have actually scored more. I mean, if Partey and Martinelli converted, it would have been a 4-0. But I would take this 2-0 any day over Man United.
Yeah.
So in the end, as you said, 3 points and we move on.
Yeah. Well, second goal coming from Saliba's arse, which is even funnier. But like you said, it's interesting to see how Arsenal have different ammunitions, right? Because if Odegaard, their playmakers are not up to scratch, we still have corners, which is a huge asset for Arsenal.
Yes.
I've been looking at some of the tweets which says Arsenal are the new Stoke City, but that's not entirely the case. We have other ways to play,
Yes.
other types of goals that we also create. But definitely having a way of scoring goals via corners, which I think we have at 22 goals scored from set pieces or corners since the start of last season, which is
Yeah.
huge.
Massive. Yeah. And I mean, to your point, whatever the rival fans can talk about, in the end, nobody remembers the goals. People remember results and people care about the points and people care about who are champions. So I guess we have found a way to dig out ourselves, on the games that we cannot be fluid. And today we showed that we have another flavor, we have another ability, and if we cannot take the game to our ability, we can show this side and win ugly. I mean, United fans should not be the ones complaining of beautiful football because they have won titles with scrappy goals, just scoring free kicks and corners and like penalties. I think we should be proud of ourselves that we took the game to their level and we basically dispatched them. And I mean, I was even hearing Liverpool fans cheering on their arch rivals United just so that they could get like a win over us and like dent our hopes. And it's a shame that Liverpool fans, and even like if you saw Carragher was wearing a United shirt on Monday Night Football, and Mark Goldridge, like these guys are like, hey, yeah, like, United can end Arsenal's title chances and so on. So they were actually just being ahead of themselves, and I'm glad Arsenal put them into place. And as we said, it's a battle against ourselves. Let Liverpool do their thing. Let us go and win our games. Because now, I think Jorginho had recently said Arsenal's next 6 games until the end of the year, and even January 1st, all the 7 games are in London. So we don't travel beyond the city. Whereas Liverpool's games are all across the country, and like they go to Girona and a couple of other places. They have the derby this weekend. Things could change, and they come to London. They play Tottenham, and this weekend I feel could be another pivotal moment. They play Saturday morning first game, and we play Sunday morning, and City play. Tottenham plays Chelsea. So if Tottenham can do us a favor, and if Everton today they scored 4 goals, they were actually impressive. Everton do something, and back it's five within 5 points during Christmas time. I think we should be good.
Yeah, I really don't want to get ahead of ourselves, especially knowing that Fulham have defeated Arsenal both their games last season. So it's not going to be easy. We are going to play against what they call as Arsenal 2.0 because half the team is from Arsenal.
Last season we did lose to Fulham 26th of December, kind of effectively, like that 2 games that we came up against. The other one at the Emirates was a draw, but they did dent our title hopes both the seasons. Back at I think the last 2 Emirates games were both 2-2, and then that previous season we were like, I think that was one of the best halves we had in Craven Cottage, 3-0 at halftime. That season we didn't win anyways, but I think last season should be a reminder for Arsenal. And I think at least last season we lost at Aston Villa. We have corrected that. We didn't correct our loss at Newcastle, but again, we have a way of correcting it against Fulham this weekend. I guess we take it game by game and we keep winning until end of December. And we just hope that Liverpool slip up one more time and it's within the reach. So, I think after January, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, lots of games coming up, but let's leave it at that. I have a kid here who's crying. But otherwise, thanks, Varun, for joining us.
Welcome.
Quick discussion. Victory to Arsenal is always a good sign for us, and beautiful background for you.
Oh yeah. It's a great win, and hopefully we continue. And let's connect again on Saturday or Sunday, and let's see what the table looks like.
Yep, perfect. Thanks, Varun.
Take care. Bye bye.